No, it is. You're on the boy. You're
Okay.
chilling.
I don't know why that is.
I don't either.
Interesting.
We may or may not be down a Ren today.
Oh,
Ellie should be here though. A little late. Eating a bagel, most likely.
I wish I was eating a bagel.
that sounds like an
Same.
LA thing to do.
It's
I
very
also want a bagel right now.
Bagel rave.
I have a bagel in my kitchen, but that means I have to go out to the kitchen and make a bagel.
Just eat it
You give
cold.
me one too.
Why would I eat a cold bagel? Must have been toasted and with cream cheese.
Nah,
Gotta
nothing
get that
on it. Just
schmear.
straight bagel.
No, you gotta get the schmear.
The
You're a
schmear?
freak.
I don't know. I'm just not a cream cheese person.
You're a freak.
Okay.
You're a freak. If you eat bagels and you don't like cream cheese, you're a freak. Are we live right
Yeah.
now?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I will withhold what I was about to say.
What were you gonna say? You should. It's
Nah,
okay. You can say.
nah,
it.
say it with your chest.
I was going to say unalive yourself,
Oh, I see.
but much less nice.
Much less nice. End your lineage.
End your lineage.
I'm telling me 6 you said that at this.
No,
Oh
not
my
me
god,
6.
no.
Me 6
No,
has it out
not
for
me
people.
6, my number 1 op.
It's so funny having admin permissions on the Discord because, of course, and every now and again I type something in, and Me6 doesn't get it, and I realize that he'll never get it if someone else tries to do it, and then I'm like, they're like, damn it, no, I can't say anything.
I can type any swear word I want as long as I put punctuation after it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know that we had to go through and change what it censored, because I think we found out it censored the word gay, and we were
And
like,
blood.
Yeah, it did.
and we were like, what?
I got in trouble. It warned me because of it.
Yeah, it's like, what?
Guys, I have something to
it
tell
also
you
warned
all
me when I said
because
fuck one time.
I have to tell you all something because I trust and love all of you so much. I'm censored.
Me 6 will
What's
have none of
really-
that in my.
What's really funny is it would be like, I need to tell you guys something, and then there would be typing, and then Me6 would show
then
up and
nothing.
just go, it would just say, alright, that's a warning.
You
What did they
cannot be gay.
say?
What
You
did they
cannot
say?
be gay.
Me 6 hates gay people.
Me 6
Not
homophobic
anymore.
confirmed.
Yeah, you trained me 6 not to be homophobic. Good job, Gus.
That means it's default homophobic.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. We shall get a little bit started. Likely we will move past the final bit of the day for the other two, and move on to day 2 of 4, because I believe it's, what's it called? 7 days. The last day is the thing. First day was the thing. 5 days in the middle, and the 5th day will be negotiation. Yes, I've understood. Which puts me here. I will do a brief recap as you all return to Southern Gelliman. You are able to follow up on your previous deals with people, giving the blood of the mother to Shad. I believe this one is Shadiklex.
Yeah, one of them.
One of the
Yeah.
Klexes.
One of the
One of the
Klexes. The ancient black dragon resting beneath Southern Gelliman, your only major weapon to fight out against the rest of the dragons. And you also turned in the gems to the jeweler, who basically said that any time that you buy from him, you will get a permanent discount. Significant discount as well, not just like 10%.
Provided we live that long.
Exactly.
Provided he lives that long.
And in the meantime, all of you had talked with Visca and Shadowklex in order to attempt to prepare for the war to come, and you decided to go for a mixture of 2 different strategies. On the equivalent of like the Friday, the 6th day, you all would go and try and do some kind of negotiation with Krixen and the dragon army, and attempt to stop them from fighting altogether. However, in the likelihood that that won't work at least 100%, you are preparing, I believe, the offensive. Getting the people ready to defend themselves if it comes to them, but overall trying to push against the dragons before they can get to Southern Gilliman altogether. There was a rallying of the people, making of small little artifacts to protect them from a single source of damage, as well as some rune circles set up by Troll Carl to reverse gravity of anything that tried to go above the towers. Some good things started on the first day, but nothing concrete quite yet. And so, we start on, unless there was anything else. I think you guys were all filled out. Oh, Ellie's here. Hey, Ellie.
Everybody but Ellie.
Hello, Ellie.
Hey, Ellie.
Ellie, we're going to war.
We're going to war.
I know. I've heard.
Mavis, help.
So, in that case, since you are here, Ellie, I will give Mavis a chance. On this first day, after becoming acquainted with Southern Gilliman, and everybody running around and trying to make some first day preparations for a giant war on the horizon, what does Mavis do? And I will say, if you can't think of anything, or you think Mavis would do nothing, there is also something for if you decide to just rest.
I don't think Mavis would do nothing, considering how many times she has been in a war room. But is there anybody currently right now that is, or at least like a muster or group of people that are helping out with strategy?
That would mostly be Viska, and I imagine, while not on this first day, Nadar likely would in the later days. Given that he was interested in that plan primarily. But right now, it's just people at the stronghold. Oh, right, you didn't get to see that map. I will share with you a map.
Thank you.
There you are.
Map.
If it loads. There it is.
I love how there's nothing that's showing up except for days 11 brackets or 2.
That says or up 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
that's
2
so
tally
funny.
marks.
The most confusing number UI chalked together by 2 different people. One of them being me. But at the last
I
bastion,
just started keeping tallies for myself.
at the last bastion, there is Dodrik Viska, someone who you've never met. So I will describe her a little bit. She is a woman who appears to have gone through somewhat of the Draconic Ascension, though seems to have stopped at some point with these Draconic horns. There is a massive great hammer on her back. She has many a battle scar from her time in this ongoing turf war that's coming to a head. And she can usually be seen riding a adult black dragon.
Oh my god, she sounds so cool.
She is cool. I actually don't know how to share her token with you, but you'll see it eventually, I'm sure.
I just tried to do it and I can't share it because I don't own it.
This one.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah!
There it is.
Chad, I love women. Anyways. I love women.
Don't you just love it when
That's
women?
something to say?
Women!
You sick of watching.
Don't you just love it when women?
Don't you just
I
love
love
it when
women.
Sorry.
Women love winning.
But yeah, you can find her at the stronghold. She's most certainly trying to rally together some people. The soldiers that normally defend are very few in number and are hurt. As in your guys' absence, some things have happened. But she's around if you wanted to talk to her.
I think,
This
Mavis
is while we're
would-
all running around doing stuff right now, so none of us are there.
Yeah.
Alright, noted. I think Mavis would eventually approach her and offer, she'd probably be like, Do you want a hand with rallying the people? I can get further, get people to muster up to a center point.
She'll...
We could all...
She'll look at you, and I can just imagine. Have you made acquaintance with her? This is the first time you're talking to her. You can say that you've talked to her
That's
before.
the
if you
first
want.
time.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's up to you, honestly.
I think she'll.
There was
look at
probably
you.
brief introductions when we got here.
Oh, that's right.
Noted. Thank you.
Yes. She'll kind of like move away from the soldiers and say, well, when it comes to the people inside the city, I have to find the voice. Hold on. It's harder to hear myself. I got new headphones and they're very effective. Well, when it comes to the people inside the city, Enley has gotten that covered, as well as Nan. But my troops could use a bit of mustering, if you know what you're doing.
I've had experience in war rooms before, or at least with armies, but
Oh.
they're your people. So all I'm saying is that I want to help.
I mean, take a crack at it, I suppose.
Awesome. Hold on. Wait, I don't think I have the special thing that a monk can do where she could just shout really loud. Can I?
What? What? When do monk get that?
Hold on.
When do monk? When monk?
When monk?
I
honestly.
can't remember. If it's
What
level
was
10, I'm gonna
famous?
be so upset. I think it's level 10. I can't see it. Oh my god, I am so upset.
Oh no. What are you referring to?
There's a monk tree. I can't remember what it was, but oh, never mind. I found it. Visage of Astral Self.
Oh, visage. Yes.
Visage. I nailed that.
Michelle Visage of Astral Self.
Yeah, I believe it's level 6.
Corsage of astral self.
Oh, I see. Wisdom of the spirit.
Yep. She is going to summon these big kind of fiery gold arms behind her back, make a cupping motion over her mouth, and she's just gonna yell, and I'm not gonna yell at the top of my lungs because my parents are having dinner and they're gonna kick my ass.
Yeah, you could just talk. Yeah, you could just talk. I got the message.
Thank you.
No, you have to do it.
I cannot. I'll get a noise complaint. She'll yell at the top of her lungs, "Hey!" And then she's gonna shout at people to muster over to where the lady with the fiery hair is, or what's her name again?
Viska. Dodrake Viska.
Viska. She's gonna yell at the top of her lungs to muster to Viska.
Alright.
600 feet. I'm sure that'll reach somebody.
It reaches everyone. You're inside it, like, yeah. Every soldier that's in the building can hear you.
Move your asses! And then she just yells at the top of her lungs. If she sees people slacking, she just gives them a hard, like,
You just
a hard push over.
Got you. So is this you just kind of whipping them into shape, trying to immediately get them more attentive?
Pretty much. Getting them to muster over where Viska is, at least to start.
Roll
help
me
planning, maybe?
intimidation, then. You have advantage because of your thing.
I do?
You do.
You do?
Oh, that's... I did not know that.
Yeah. That is what Wisdom of the Spirit does. You needed it.
Okay.
Well, an 11 is certainly better than a 1. Some of them will kind of just look over and almost just look disgruntled and upset. Some people will just flat out ignore you. They don't know who you are. But some folks will just kind of upright look over and begin to make their way over to you and Viska.
Your men need to listen to people better.
She's just standing there looking at you for a moment. She takes a deep breath in and goes, No, they listen just fine. They don't know you, but give it a couple days, and I'm sure they'll come around.
At the very least, it's the middle of the day and not at a ripe, whopping wee hours of the morning. I could have been harsher, but nah.
Well, I hope that some of them will grow to understand that and appreciate it. I know I would.
I don't know what else Mavis would do, honestly. She would probably help out here and there.
Yeah. Well, I think with that, on your first day, just kind of pushing to get people into the reality that war is coming, whether they like it or not, on the outsides with the soldiers, it's a good start. And I think from there, we will move, a long rest will occur, and we will be on day 3 of 7. And so, as the day begins, people wake up. I'll say at this point, probably, the last boats are leaving the city. Because, not everyone's going to want to stay. But it seems that a considerable amount of people are staying, and some people are still deciding, but more people at the moment are staying than leaving. And so, I open up to you, 5, to say, what do you do on day 3? You can do things together, you can do things separate, sky's the limit. If you do nothing, there is also a little bonus for resting that I have written out.
Nadar's going back to sharing some space with the blacksmith, and he's probably going to attempt to make some armor.
Okay. What armor are you looking at? Or are you looking at armor
for the people.
For the people. Okay. I remember I did put on that document. So that document I'm not using fully now,
Yes.
but use it to inspire.
The people.
Yeah. use it to inspire yourself a little bit for some things.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Nadar looked at the people who definitely don't own much armor, and if they do, it's probably like leather scraps, and he's like, I need to arm these people.
Absolutely. In that case, you will spend the day hammering away, using
while
the
the
materials of
smith
blacksmith.
and the jeweler are working on the reaction still.
That is good. Okay. I would like you to roll me a blacksmithing check.
Absolutely, Dust. I'd love to. Here's a plus 13 to a. That's a 27.
Wonderful. Immediately you figure out that while it is really good that there are a lot of people that are staying around to help out, there is a side effect of this, which is you need to make more things.
None of these people are armed.
Now, the good news is that a lot of people are not strong enough to wear like plate armor and chainmail and stuff like that. There's some of that lying around that people could take, but that's for soldiers. So all you're making at the very most is studded leather.
Yeah.
And
Cuirasses and just something to help them take a little bit.
yeah. And generally just trying to take care of getting everyone out of the way and getting everyone suited up. You make significant progress today. And I will go ahead and roll for the jeweler and the smith. I'll roll 2 at once and...
Come on, they got this.
Oh!
Let's go! I'd love to see that.
Really good.
Let's go,
me
boys.
Add another one. That's a really good roll.
Let's
So
go, boys.
That by itself is 50.
That's 50
And
just
that's-
on the roll, which
yeah.
puts a reaction to 106 plus their mod bonuses.
which will mean that today, as everyone is sort of, as you're like going around passing out leather, you will see them in the square holding a big old box of these little perfect crystal beads, just handing them out to people. They are done.
Excellent.
They will just make these, which basically means that the entire city can defend themselves from one nasty blow. And they will
All
be,
the
that's very
people.
lucky.
That's excellent.
Yeah. Meaning they are good to go.
All right, time to convince them to make even more.
Making one specifically for you guys will be a little bit different. These ones are meant for
Mass
one-time mass production, making them actually usable for adventurers like you in the heat of battle is going to be a lot more difficult, but possible. All that is
Basically,
to say,
I've made every villager able to survive a single breath weapon attack.
it's true, and maybe they will only get hit by one. Who knows?
I mean, if all 100 of them stab a dragon at once.
Yeah. Either way,
Yeah,
who wants to
there's
go
me.
next? I will roll a dice if I have to.
Hmm.
I'm assuming Enley's going to rally the people again.
Yes. Enley's definitely continuing to
You're-
rally the people.
You're definitely going to get it above 100 today.
I'd be pretty
Um,
shocked if I didn't.
Yeah, I imagine you had said you wanted to save that speech for closer to the actual fight itself, if that fight comes.
Yeah, it's kind of
Um,
intended for the people who will, be armed and fighting like just before the battle.
Absolutely.
Versus, kind of rallying townsfolk. I think Enley's speech might be a little bit too much. Like, it's going to embolden the people who want to fight, but it might scare off people who are on the fence.
Yeah. In that case, I think we'll just keep it simple, unless you have something specific you want to say. I'm just going to ask you to roll another persuasion check. can turn on the
Yeah,
light.
I mean, I feel like
Hit it.
I said a lot of what I wanted to say, last time, kind of just reiterating, no one will hold it against anyone if they choose to flee, but those who choose to fight are gonna basically just, as I said last session, one man fighting for something that they believe in is worth 10 fighting for greed.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
Roll me.
persuasion.
Roll me your persuasion. I think you have a minimum because you're eloquence, so
Yeah,
no
minimum.
matter what. Yeah, you hit the minimum exactly.
17.
Yeah.
Meaning I will add
Not
17.
bad.
Not bad at all.
Oh,
If I can remember.
You
One
didn't
more
do
day
it.
and we'll be
You-
there.
you didn't get over 100.
I think that puts you at 96 if I did that math correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
as close as I could really, almost as close as I could get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think also, like, I think as Enley is kind of trying to, like, help rally people, just also, I think Enley's also keeping an eye out for any people who seem to be, like, gathering up, like, those around them and kind of pointing out maybe, like, oh, these could be potential, like, like, leaders within this militia, things like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a good thing to keep in mind.
Yeah,
but-
'cause I'm sure as far as soldiers go and how many officers are on hand in this city, it's probably not as many as we would need.
Yeah.
Make some lieutenants real quick.
Yeah. But with that, I believe that is Enley's stuff for the day done. Who would like to go next?
I think with my survival skills, I'd like to also teach people how to, like, using road skills to make sure that how they can escape like dangerous areas, and then just basically help people and teach people around. Nan is not much of a war person.
Yeah.
She's a hunter. She has fought, but she's not a war person, so she's teaching people survival and how to avoid
How
getting
to use the
themselves
terrain.
killed.
Use terrain to their advantage type thing.
Yeah.
That is very smart. Go ahead and roll me a Survival, nature, yeah, one of those two.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get in. Can you roll that for me?
Yeah, absolutely. If I can find her. There she is. Do you want survival or nature?
Whichever one's
Oh,
higher,
shit,
probably.
I forgot whichever's higher.
All right.
19.
19 isn't bad. Where do I put this? I think, like, the day before you were going around teaching people how to make, like, makeshift weaponry, stuff like spears and small daggers and things like that to help you in a pinch, and also how to use them. Because that's the big thing, is that most of these people, don't know how to use weapons. But reminding them and showing them how to use the terrain to their advantage is incredibly effective. I think I'm gonna... I don't know where to put... I think I'm gonna put this under arm the people, technically. Arm them with knowledge.
That's fair.
Though I think it could also fall under soothe the people. You're not really teaching them how to fight. You're teaching them how to survive. And I did literally put survivability, so yeah. We'll put that there then. I believe that is none. Hemlock and Mavis.
I can go.
Sure.
Okay. I think Hemlock realizes that his usefulness, if it's not with directly helping someone with a task they've requested him of, has completely run out. So he's like, what can I do? And I think he decides that everyone is focusing on the scariest parts that are the most important, like making sure these people don't just die, which is good. But you try and fill a gap of something that may have been missed, something that, I don't know, would at least be nice to have, maybe even just comforting, which is really what the normal people are gonna need, is he will try and cook some fresh food, some simple food. Maybe try and smoke some meats, you know, just so that everyone has something, so they're not just shivering out in the cold and losing calories and losing strength and everything.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Awesome, I'm sure I'm great at that.
You would be surprised.
Oh, I am! Oh.
Well, still pretty good.
A 5 is still a 13. And I actually think I'm gonna put this under... I'm gonna have this finish off Rally the People. Because just everyone is scared. Some people are leaving, some people are staying. Following Enley's specific advice of leave if you want to leave. That's perfectly okay, no one's gonna judge you. But if you want to fight for this place, then stay. We will make sure that we are successful. Sorry, let me also know this is done. And you go around while everyone is, like, training and fighting and scared, and you just make them food. And it makes them a little bit happier, a little bit more at ease. People seem to really appreciate that. I think, yeah, I think, like, people start looking at you, like, and smiling whenever you're around. You've provided them something very basic but often overlooked.
Yippee!
With that, I go to the last one for today, Mavis.
I think I want Mavis to help with, I don't know if this will really be considered arming the people, but at least training them on
That's
how to
arming
fight.
the people. Yeah, that's arming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna recommend you try to
Um,
train people how to fight.
Yeah.
Because
She'll.
statistically, I can finish their armor in time. It's the weapons that I'm most concerned about.
Mhm. She's. Mavis is going to use her knowledge that she has had before and a lot of her training that she's had in the past.
Mhm.
And she's gonna basically just teach the people how to fight. She'll look at soldiers, see how she'll see how they normally fight, what's their fighting style, how do they work best, and then she's gonna train the people that perhaps are just civilians or might not know how to fight or properly react to being hit with an attack.
Absolutely. I don't quite know what to make you roll for this. 'Cause you're training. Part of me wants to say performance, because you're trying to show someone how to do something else.
Or
Um,
athletics.
Athletics would make sense. This is also, what's it called? Something based in dexterity when it comes to fighting, so acrobatics could technically fall under that, if that is what you were trying to teach
Could
them.
I perhaps barter for acrobatics? Because athletics is the only one that I have a negative in.
I think that this is a very abstract thing that you're doing. I think acrobatics is fair.
Okay.
Train the people how to punch
That's
things
very
hard.
24. I'll actually add your other roll to this as well. Oh, I've deleted. There we go.
Wait, what's my other roll?
You rolled an 11
The one-
earlier. The intimidation.
Oh, right.
The soldiers weren't very intimidated.
No.
Mm,
They've seen
worth a
dragons.
shot.
They fight
They
dragons
might have
every
killed
day.
a couple.
They might have, it's true. They've probably killed a couple. That's how they have scales.
Talking about, they have plenty of fish.
That is true, they also have fish.
Fish scale armor, I don't think would be very effective.
No, it would not. Sushi scale armor. Anyways, you can go around and start grabbing at civilians and soldiers, and through your own methods, teaching them your way of fighting. You can't make a monk in a week, let alone overnight. But even just getting people's gaits correct, teaching them how to wield a weapon properly, is helpful.
Say, monks are proficient in spears.
I suppose so, yeah. And staves, staves.
Yeah, they can teach
Um,
somebody how to stab somebody with a spear.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think, and I think I'll have some things to roll in the background, but as you all sort of come to the close of this day, a realization does set in. What you're doing is helping, and if it weren't for you, these people would be fully gone. They would be dead, for sure. However, in a week's time, these civilians are still going to be civilians.
Slightly better trained civilians, but still civilians.
Still civilian. A week does not make a soldier. However, a week of training, being well fed, being inspired, it does help. And I think I will roll Troll Carl very quickly
Yeah, how many more
Uh,
traps does Troll Carl get up here?
for his thing. I have decided to make calculating that a little bit easier on myself.
I saw that.
Um,
That's not great, Troll Carl. What are you doing?
That's not
I
great.
mean, Troll Carl has a
Plus
plus 17. I
17.
think he's okay.
Yeah, I mean he's yeah. Was it 20, 21? So
Arcana's kind of the one job he has, so
85.
85, yeah. Though I did actually change my mind on how I wanted to do this. I think this is very difficult. I'm gonna set that to 200. which basically just means that rather than make everything all numbers and all complicated, I'm going to concept up what these things actually mean the session before the war, and give you guys certain things, because trying to come up with them in the moment is not a good idea.
So possibly right now.
That's true. Possibly right now. I mean in between sessions. My bad.
No, we're going to war today.
Yeah. But he will keep working on that. Isla can help in very small ways, but not in a lot of things. So I think, what is she gonna do? I think she's napping. I think she's talking to Shadowclex, and just learning a bit more about dragons from an ancient's perspective.
It's like the sticker.
Yeah. Chinese baby. Which leads us into day 4. Who would like to go first?
You'll never guess what Nadar's doing.
Absolutely.
Anyway, here's another forging check, Dust.
Absolutely. Go for it.
More armor!
Hey, that's pretty good.
We'll make it a 32. I'll use a flash of genius on it.
Okay, that's fair. 32 you said?
Yeah. That'd
okay.
be
Hey,
pretty high number.
Only one more 32 and you're there. Or 22.
Yeah, that's I'm trying to raise the odds in my favor as much as possible so I finish their armor before we go try to talk to these dragons.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna have a chance to work on their weapons. That's where everybody else comes in.
Yeah. Going and handing out little bits and pieces of armor here and there. There are it's nice to see them well prepared. It is a little sad at some points watching people that are clearly like 15 or 16 wearing armor and wielding weapons. But they're prepared, which is good. I will also roll for the smith, who is going to help out with arming instead. And that'll just be flat 20. And then the jeweler, you had mentioned that he wanted him to make something similar for y'all. These are going to be a bit more difficult.
But more difficult, but we need less of them.
Yeah. So, what I'm going to do, because I frankly don't know exactly what these are going to do yet, is I'm just going to give one that is just gem things, and for every one that he completes, he will have one made for one of you.
Gem things.
Gem items. And because they are more difficult to make, but there are, less of them, I will lower it by, we'll do 50. So for every one of those that he makes, current count 0. There we go. And he will start today. And he will do poorly.
What the fuck, bro? He's not gonna get any of these done!
You had one job.
There we go. Well, that is Nadar and the jeweler and the blacksmith. Who would like to go next?
Nadar could at least get one a day done. What the fuck? Nadar's not even a jeweler.
That's so funny. Who would like to go next? I will roll my evil die.
Either increase their survivability or harm the people. What will you do?
Or something else. To clarify, you guys can come up with your own things.
I thought you were gonna do the. I thought you were gonna do the. I'm gonna pull out the popsicle sticks method, like they do in school.
Yeah.
But somebody help the jeweler.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one proficient with those anyway, so I'd be the only person that's remotely helpful.
That's so funny. Atlas, I think that I heard you say you'd go first.
Yeah, I'll go.
Absolutely.
Once again, persuading the people. I literally cannot get
The
under
people are
100.
rallied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Already.
are? They're fully rallied?
Yeah,
people
they're done.
People are rallied. You will see as the
I
boats...
must have been getting Kit Kats during that time.
Oh, you're good. As the people, the ones that leave, and the ones that stay. The people are here to fight, or they are here to defend themselves. You have fully rallied the people. You have convinced them to stay and fight.
There's nobody on
Alright.
the fence anymore.
Mm-hmm. There's also,
Excellent.
to keep in mind, if you want to do something else that's not on the list, especially more personal things, they don't even have to be to help out the war. This is also just for projects. So if you have anything in mind, you can do it.
Okay. Enli is not too good with like physical fighting stuff. And you can't really teach someone how to be a mage in a couple days.
Yeah.
So, I think maybe Enli kind of slides over to like logistics and like stuff like that.
Okay.
I think maybe Enli approaches some of those people that they had marked out for, like maybe like potential like leaders within this like, this new kind of militia joining the soldiers at the Bastion. They used to be a mercenary. I think they're kind of giving a lot of the pep talks that they probably heard growing up, kind of figuring out, like, hey, like you seem like you're, kind of good at ABC, kind of directing people to like where they might best fit in terms of like a temporary leadership stuff.
All right.
And I would argue that might be like insight for like kind of discovering who might be good at what.
Sure, I would allow insight. And I know that you already have a very high plus in this, but I think pulling the I was a mercenary, I know how this works, does give you advantage in this scenario.
Yippee! Nice.
Damn.
29 is pretty good. I suppose this would be like you're organizing, you're understanding, you're getting proper leadership in place, all for the sake of I know what I'm already getting ideas for this, so I'll actually add an extra little
Yippee.
For the people to survive. No.
organize the people. What'd you get? You got a
Oh, yeah,
39 or 29?
30.
29. 39 would be
No,
great.
no, he got a 39. He got a 39.
So let's see. So this is something that I was given an idea from with Zach. It's something that I also used in Lack of Love, wherein when battling against goblins, there was a leader present, and as long as the leader was present, they could use a reaction to fully stop a spell from working on them, equivalent to a counterspell. So this is essentially something similar as what you'd be going for, is like they can either order people with extra reactions, meaning they can attack 4 times in one round at the expense of one person, or they can use reactions to defend. This is good. Organization, getting the right leaders into place will help make things easier for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. It was agonizing when we had to go against those goblins.
But good to know. Who would like to go next?
Now it'll be working in our favor.
Yes!
Who is next? Non?
I can go.
Oh, Hemlock?
Hemlock. I push Hemlock to the crowd.
Hemlock, it's
All
you.
right. Hemlock is pushed into the dance circle and busts it down in a way that is so grotesque.
Uh-huh.
Do a flip! Give us a
He
little
doesn't.
boogie.
You can't do a flip.
Oh,
He lands flat on his
Oh.
back and there's a loud cracking noise.
Oh,
my
and then he
goodness.
dies.
All of his horns have fallen off. He goes, oh hell.
All of the horns.
Okay. Hemlock, after spending probably almost an entire day cooking, rubs his little temples and goes, man, that was great, but I don't think I can do that again. And, goes, now what other thing do I know how to do that could help somebody at some point? And he's gonna go around, collecting empty bottles and teach people how to make Molotov cocktails.
Yes.
Well, I think that this
The people.
definitely falls under armed the people.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe...
Hell yeah.
Hemlock said, if I know how to do one thing, it's fire.
Person.
Yeah,
This
it's start a fire.
when Lizzie had come to me with the character concept of Hemlock, one of the main things behind him was destruction, make fire, make big fire. Something
Yeah.
that has been present but a little at the wayside. I'm happy to see it on the forefront. I think that this also falls under survival in a really funny sense.
Would you like me to roll for survival?
I think I will. Part of me wants to give you advantage because it's Molotov cocktails, but I don't think
Yeah,
I
they're all
will.
about fire. They're all
I-
about fire. That's their
I-
whole thing.
I don't think I
Yeah.
will.
Oh, you hate me.
I think you will get your +8 to survival and be happy with it.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm happy.
They're happy with it.
I'm happy.
Arm the people. The
hey.
people will be well armed with Molotov cocktails.
Yeah, they're doing
All right,
great.
now what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to put them like, get a few like primed and put them behind this wall here, so that when you run behind, you can truck them over. Everybody knows how to do that.
There's like you're like teaching this to a mother and like her 3 children who are all sitting next to each other.
You shouldn't be here.
No, they're all here to fight. You convinced everybody
Bunch
to
of
stay.
teenage boys
Not
giving
everyone.
them fucking bottles of alcohol and being like, "Don't drink it. You gotta light it on fire."
But don't drop the match right in or else it'll explode in your hand. Just go ahead and do this instead.
Here, take this igniter.
I want you to rip off your sleeve and stuff it into the top.
You're not gonna need clothes if you're dead, so you don't need sleeves.
Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go under the cabinet under your sink, right? You're gonna pull out this little thing called chlorine, and then what you're gonna do?
And then you're gonna put it in a bottle.
Oh,
Then you're gonna
God.
pee in the bottle and then
We-
toss it.
We are
Right before you toss it,
steadily-
you pee in the bottle and
Again.
whip it at the dragon.
So, Nan, what are you doing?
I actually think,
Training the people some more.
I kind of want to see if they're, because now also knowing that there are some of them are families like staying over, even like children, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if there's like any like places what that could be considered like some kind of like safety bunker
Safe house.
or
yeah.
some a safe house basically.
Rally
Any safe
points.
house that despite there being a lot of damage, there could always be like an evacuation to certain citizens who can't really defend themselves or fight back.
Sure. Give me investigation.
Rally points for the people.
Let's see. I'm so proficient at that actually.
You are. Wonderful.
Very
27.
proficient.
I'm not going to actually make a new project or add this to an existing project because I think it falls under its own thing, but I don't think this is something that would take more than a day. And actually, you find a place very quickly. It comes to mind almost immediately. In Old Gelliman, there is a statue that you can push to the side wherein the ancient black dragon rests. And if you'd like, you can have a brief conversation with him where he will gladly welcome people into his secret little area where they will begin to set up camp. The small few who aren't fighting or the people who might need a place to flee, they will go here. They will be
yeah.
adequately prepared and safe.
She'll do just that, and then since she still have free time, she'll still continue to train the people and then give them survival tips. and continue to teach them about how to use their environment to their advantage. Because I know there are some people who are being trained on weapons, question mark?
Yeah.
So Nan's just making sure that they know about how to use the environment and how to maneuver quickly.
Yeah. Well, with that, you'll be able to get a little bit of that in, but nothing of major note. Meaning, for the final player, Mavis, what are you doing today?
Mavis has turned this town from a small little sparring match to see where people's skills are at into a little miniature fisticuffs tournament.
Okay.
She's getting people to train, and then eventually she just gets bored and says, okay, you guys have practiced enough with weapons, beat the hell out of each other.
Okay.
Behold, your last ditch weapon. These fucking hands.
I feel like this has to fall under intimidation. With
See
advantage.
this hand? You see these hands? Catch them.
Catch them.
I need to make it very clear, Mavis is not beating up kids.
I figure.
No, I think she is.
No, I
Mavis
think
punts
she
the
is.
child.
She's going to kick that kid out across a football field.
Yeah, she punts them.
No.
Mavis
No.
punts a child. Mavis punts a child
Mavis-
into a Molotov cocktail.
No.
Oh man, I made that one myself.
Sounded away. Well, go ahead and give me, I think, intimidation with advantage, I'll say. Unless you have something else you'd like to argue.
If she's teaching people how to fight with fists, can she argue acrobatics?
I'm hesitant.
That is okay.
I think the closest I will give you is just a d20 plus 4. In other words, plus your dex.
Got it.
That's better than your intimidation score.
It's true.
That's better than my intimidation. So just the d20 and then a d4?
No, a d20 plus 4. It'll just have a flat plus 4 to it. So just roll a d20.
How do I add them? Okay. Thank you.
We'll just add it in post. Okay, apparently it's really
Hey,
effective.
21!
I don't know. It's astonishingly effective.
They're not fully armed, but they're pretty fucking armed.
People seem to really latch onto this.
Hello, my good friend Dust.
Yeah.
I would like to make an argument to have non-score added to organize the people.
Oh, for finding the safe
For
haven?
the safe haven fallback position.
The only problem with that is because organization is specifically for the fighting. I guess you could reason like, oh well, if it's going to lose, then they have a
Yeah,
place to
if
fall
you
back
guys
to.
yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, they're going out to help distract, so they're not going to be here primarily, so they can fall back to the city and then they can fall back again.
Okay. I can understand that. I can get down with that.
We did it.
Ending the day will be Troll Carl once again.
Come on, Troll Carl.
Much better Troll Carl.
Yeah. This will be our last day.
Yes, as night falls and the sun rises, we enter the 5th and final day of preparation for you all. The people will get to prepare a little bit more, so they might be able to top off some things, but this is the last day for your efforts.
Nadar is going to go help the jeweler.
Oh, make what's it called? Little gem items.
Yeah, try to maybe finish one before we have to leave, hopefully.
Alrighty, then both of you will roll blacksmithing. Oh!
I want to burn 2 of my Flash of Geniuses done.
Oh boy.
1 on me and 1 on him.
Okay. What is that? 31 for you and
31 for me,
gets him at
and that would be
11.
base 5 for him.
so 31 plus 11 is 42. So
I did it
So that puts us at
at 52.
I'll be right back. I smell burning plastic.
oh yay! That's always
Uh-oh.
cool. I sure hope it
I
isn't
did
an
it, guys. I managed to secure us 1 gem thing.
outlet. Yeah. Well, you've gotten 1. That's good.
It is harder to create, but likely more useful.
Blacksmith. Come on now.
Oh, come on, Blacksmith.
Um,
He's working in the same room with us. Can I get him to?
you would rather the blacksmith help you with the gems than arm the people?
No, arming to finish out either arming the people or shooting the people. I'm just giving him another flash of genius. I have 4 of them to
Oh.
hand out.
I see. Well, he's just gonna
But I can
finish up
only-
arming. Which I don't know why I typed out 100. I'm just gonna put done.
There you go.
Absolutely.
All the people are armed. They just need to be finished training on survivability and organization.
Exactly.
All right, guys, I did all I can do. Good luck.
I believe Atlas is still away, so Hemlock, Mavis, Non. Final day of preparation. Before negotiations, what would you like to do?
I've armed the
Oh,
people
no.
successfully. They need right now the options that are listed are suiting them and organizing them. I think Hemlock could teach survivability. They're pretty good at doing it
Sure.
themselves.
Hemlock can teach what to do if there's fire coming at you, probably.
Hemlock's main
Hemlock-
survival
Hemlock
tactic is
just
melding into
melts
a wall.
into stone.
Yeah.
Everybody's just like, I can't fucking do that.
Yeah. Hey, I have something, but it's kind of a long shot.
Okay, shoot it. Tell me.
I would like to take inventory, and by take inventory, I don't mean take. I mean, like, note the location of however many diamonds there are in this immediate vicinity.
Okay. Why?
For Revivify?
For revivify purposes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diamonds are not Is this for the party or for the people? To clarify. Either is okay. I just want to make sure.
For both. But
Okay.
because I can cast it, I would like to know where they are in case I run out of them.
Well, we're not going to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
I'm back.
Well, looking over, diamonds are not something that come extremely commonly. There are
Mhm.
likely only a couple, which the jeweler will show you, but obviously will not just let you take them. But they're not extraordinarily common.
Okay. I don't know, I thought
This
that
is
might
why
be
the
helpful.
jailer rolled poorly. It's Hemlock distracted him.
Is there anything else you might want to do, for either yourself or for the people?
I don't know. I think someone would have to suggest something because I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, you can attempt to help Troll Carl again.
That's true.
All right.
Sure. Which just means we'll take care of that now. Go ahead and give me another Arcana check.
Okay.
Show how
Let
good of
me
a wizard
grab
you are.
it.
wonderful. A flat
Only
number.
plus a 1. Oh!
Wizard Hemlock!
That's still-
Okay, that's alright. He rolled a 30!
Hey, you made his 30 into a 49.
And then
Okay, real, actually. You're right, thanks.
plus 19. 5. There we go. He's getting close.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna hit the 200 that you put there, but
Yeah, you might. I mean, Troll Carl isn't. Troll Carl is probably gonna stay because the negotiations. Unless you want him to come, he will come if you ask.
you did say
Oh, right,
last time
he's
that if
gonna help you get
negotiations
back.
fail, they will try to
Yes.
kill us immediately. So Troll Carl has to come with us.
That
We
is
have
right.
no other way out.
I fully forgot about that. Yes, you are correct.
Troll Carl has to come with us.
Yeah. In this small moment when you were helping him again, Hemlock, a few days after your first conversation, he will look to you and say, "You asked me to ask again."
Oh, wow, you remembered! Wow, that means you're either really curious or or you care. And he bats his non-existent eyelashes a little bit.
I have been known to be really curious.
All right. Well, I suppose I owe it to you then. You want the abridged version, or what do you want? You want all of it?
Ponders on that for a second. I suppose you will tell me whatever you wish. If you wish to keep it brief, keep it brief. If you wish to keep it long, I'm not going anywhere today.
Huh. You know what? Yeah, that's a very Carl answer. I should have expected you to say that. As the kids say, Troll Carl core. Anyways, so I sometimes well, man, hey, this is gonna be kind of crazy. I mean, we're probably like just gonna die at like I don't really see us like getting out of this one. This one's a little scary, you know. So it's kind of funny that like you're the only person who's gonna end up knowing this, but you know what? I'm cool with that. No. I wasn't lying. I haven't really lied to anyone previously about. I came to Oakwithrill 4. I just haven't explained the whole thing to everybody. I'm sure you knew that. I mean, you know. I guess. I mean, I was serious. I was like, I'm trying. I guess I still am, like, trying to find out like more about myself, but not just in that like woo-woo sort of way. You know, I'm genuinely. I don't really know a single thing about like gem dragons and stuff. I'm sure that's not a surprise. I don't know if. I mean,
a rare breed.
I think. Yeah. I think we're kind of like in the same boat a little bit on that front, all of us. But I don't know, I didn't have a great life, and I was thinking, I don't know, I'd either find something and make something of myself, maybe, oh, God forbid, stay here, or I would just end up dying on the way and at least die for something I cared about, you know? I don't know, I'd only ever really heard not so nice things about, I don't know, gem dragon stuff or myself stuff. Which, don't get me wrong, makes me sound like an edgy teenager, alright? And I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not.
Troll
But-
Carl, working on his stuff, will like lower his hand and look at you for a second, and he will say, People fear those with great power. The gem dragons were one of those beings, able to manifest something real from dreams. Those lesser than them deemed them frightening, and they cast them aside.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't really... I mean, there's only a few people I'd probably like to think of as lesser than me, but that's kind of sick. I appreciate it. I don't know, I thought it'd be nice to know the truth. I don't know, if maybe the truth was bad or scary, like, actually, then at least I'd have a reason to be bad and scary, and I could, like, do it and be proud of it. But, I don't know.
The truth.
I don't really know what I'm looking for.
The truth, Hemlock, is a very powerful thing. When it comes to dragons, many strength is truth. Sometimes words are truth. Knowledge, mostly, I would say. Power, on the other hand, is an unalienable truth. Something that is proven in of itself. It is a lesson I learned a long time ago. One that has carried me very far.
Man, you're real inspirational, Troll Carl.
Perhaps you will end up similar to me someday. Who's to say?
Yeah, you know what? That wouldn't be too bad. That'd be real nice. I think that'd be cool. I'd be proud of that.
Well, I suppose it is a nice aspiration to have.
Okay, can I ask you a terrible question?
He'll look at you and raise an eyebrow, which reads to you with your passive insight as, yeah, sure, I guess.
Oh man, and he like kind of like rubs the back of his neck, and his spikes kind of rattle a little bit. And he says, "Oh, I hate to ask this in general, and I feel like this is like such a personal, like emotional question that I don't think you want to answer, cause you got the vibes to me of like, I don't want to say, I don't want to say absent father, but like someone who's like not super into that kind of stuff. But I'll ask you anyway because you agreed to it. Do you think I've done a good job so far in our whole adventure thing? You think I've been doing all right, like with everybody, and like killing stuff and all that?
He pauses for a moment.
An odd question. Have you done good enough? Well, you are alive. Your compatriots are alive. You all pursue the library, and it is in sight. I would say if you did not do a good job, any of those facts would be fiction. But
I guess so.
I think the answer you are seeking comes from a place of less logic and more emotion. And quite honestly, it is not emotions that I let drive me.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? Logic is still a good answer too, and because you are right. You are totally right.
He'll kind of pause.
Hemlock, you are smarter than you seem.
Yeah? Yeah? Real?
You seem to understand things that even some people in your party do not.
Oh, I don't know about that. I thought,
kind of look you up and down. Good. Now,
I can't imagine what it would be.
well, I suppose you'll have to ask me later.
Oh! Oh!
It
Oh man, I'm only like a little bit upset about that. That was too clever. Okay, alright. Well, I will.
it's almost a little, you can tell based off his general demeanor that, you know, he's doing everything he can not to show it, and he's doing a very good job, but he does just let loose a twitch of a smile at that reaction. And I think from there we have non-Mavis and Enley, right?
Indeed.
Alrighty. Which one of you would like to go? I'll roll my
I've
die.
gone first like 3 times, you guys.
You know what I'm doing.
I do? What are you doing? Non?
I haven't.
Hello?
I'm doing the same. I'm just doing the same thing. I don't really have a lot of thoughts done. I'm just helping folks out and trying to get them, mentally and prepared.
Okay.
Especially this war. I'm not much of a war person, so I don't really know what else to do other than prepare the people.
I'll just let you roll a straight survival check then.
Oh man.
Oh,
man.
Sorry. I hate doing this retroactively because it seems like I'm trying to do you a favor. You have advantage. You are a ranger and this is your favorite terrain. I did this last time and I forgot to do it again.
Oh yeah.
Much better. 23 will put us at 79. Absolutely. You do the usual. Mavis or Enley. I'm gonna roll a dice.
I'll go.
All right.
I think I kind of want to know what happens if Enley does like a rest day.
Sure.
I don't really know what else I can prepare. I don't have that much else that he would be doing. I guess like, they're working on like stuff for the negotiation for sure, but I think like that's kind of just
That's ambient.
they're sitting down and writing in a quiet room.
Yeah. Okay. I will tell you the benefits of a rest day, and I'll let you choose after that. Basically, and these can stack a certain amount, but you guys are far enough in the week that doesn't really matter anymore. I would let you roll a hit die of your highest value. So for you, it would be a D8 plus your con modifier, and you would gain that many temporary hit points. And then for every day that you rest, you will gain an extra hit die on top of your max.
Yeah, I feel like that wouldn't help Enley all that much.
That's true.
Even with like a D8 and all that bonus and stuff, I just don't think. I think if Enley gets hit, it's Jover. So I think Enley's gonna work on preparing for the negotiations, kind of just getting the leadership on the same page, because there's nothing worse for negotiations than nobody being on the same page.
Sure. I think I'm down to use persuasion.
All right. Actually, hold on. If you give me 2 seconds, I wrote some stuff down and I left it in another room. I would like
Sure.
to kind of read off some of my points that I've come up with.
Okay.
Give me just 2 seconds to go grab
Yeah.
it.
While you're doing that, Mavis, did you have something you want to do, or are you still thinking?
I might have something I want to do. I don't know what this would be classified as. But to kind of keep everybody's bases covered, can she teach some of the people that might stand out to her as not the fighter types just some basic, I guess, healing or medicine techniques
Medicine. Okay.
for the injured?
I think that is dope. Roll me medicine. Very good. And I will classify that under suit the people because it helps with survivability, meaning that is done. Enley, Atlas, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Alrighty. You are in. I could say, would you like everyone to be present, all the players?
I think anyone who, like, has 2 cents to add into the negotiations can be there, not everyone needs to be there if they don't particularly feel like they have anything to add, but more ideas is always better.
Yeah. Which I will sort of blanketly say, if you think something comes up that your character might be interested in, you could say that they were there, and you can butt in. But for now, we'll just leave it to you, Emily. Atlas.
All right. So, I came up with some points when I was at the job that I got fired from. Yeah, screw that place. But basically, kind of a few different kind of talking points. One of which being kind of hitting on, like why they're all following Krigson, like the rest of the chromatic dragons. Because I feel like those are the ones that need to be convinced. I don't think Krigson's gonna change this course, pretty much no matter what. So, kind of just talking about, figuring out, kind of convincing them that, would Krigson do this for any of you if you were in charge? Like, would he stand by any of you the same way that you're all standing by him? Also, the fact that battle at this scale may draw in stronger enemies from either side. That could mean that stronger dragons or stronger adventurers come and try to sweep up the weakened sides, because no side will come out unscathed. So even if they do take the city, they're going to be left in a weaker position where fresh dragons who haven't been in battle could swoop in and basically undo all of their hard work. Or stronger adventurers might come and try to reclaim the city. As well as I think also, like, the point, I know that they're mostly fighting, for Krigson, but also just reminding the chromatic dragons that, dedication to the mother can take many different forms. While many of them believe that, their form of dedication to her, like her gifts to them, have been, destruction and domination, that, it can look different. It doesn't have to be the one thing that you were told you have to do all your life. And I think Enley would probably tie in, a little personal, tale about being a mercenary and now being quite the opposite.
Okay. I like this. Go ahead. I think while this is in preparation specifically for the negotiation, I think I will allow it to fall under organize. If you want to roll a persuasion check.
Okay, so, like, it's gonna be both, or...
Oh, yeah. No, like, you can bring
Okay.
these things up at the negotiation. We're gonna roleplay that out. That one's not gonna be a we roll for it and see what happens.
Got it. Yeah. So I was gonna say, this is kind of preparation for that,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right. Persuasion.
You want to get a
maybe.
21.
Okay, so 14 or higher. Yeah. Oh
Nice.
no.
What? Oh, I thought that was a 15. It looked so much like a 15.
Yeah, it did. Can I God's favorite princess?
Yes, you can.
I was gonna say, where did you do this? Because if you're near Nadar, I can just give you a +4 and you're there. But
It's okay. God's favorite princess.
Actually, Nadar, you wouldn't even be able to today because you used all 3 of them already.
I have 4.
You have 4? Well,
I have 4.
Aegon, my face. Oh, you have 4? I thought you only had as many as
They're
Proficiency-wise.
It's equal to my. It is equal to my intelligence modifier.
Ah, I see. Understood. All these things are brought up, and I think that there's like a pretty good consensus. Everyone seems to agree with this. I think the main, not even a criticism, is just the timing in which these things are mentioned. Some of these arguments are only going to work if you've already somewhat convinced them of your viewpoint. But
yeah, and that ordering can be discussed, amongst whoever is in attendance. That's
Exactly.
just the order that I wrote them down in.
Yeah. There we go. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm writing up something as we're doing this. I'm preparing for the negotiation a little bit.
Yippee.
And I think with that, night will fall. And you all will be able to wake up a little bit earlier the next day. And Shadorclex will have all of you gathered. And while I know you're taking Crawlk with you, is there anyone else you're taking with you? Isla, I'm leaving Isla as an option. By default, she will stay here in town.
I think it's best that Isla stay in town.
That's what I'm thinking. Isla should
I think
stay.
it's probably a lot safer for her, but at the same time, I hate not having someone having eyes on her. I guess we could leave her,
Well, we'll be with Shatterclex.
Yeah, we can leave her with Shatterclex and tell her to stay down in his cave with anyone down in the bunker.
Hey, Isla gets to take advantage of all those 10 hit points, don't they? They've been resting this whole time.
This is true.
Yeah, I think Enli will kind of, when the day rolls around, we'll just kind of explain to Isla, that to keep her safe, it's best that she stays here, and does what she can to help protect people without putting herself at too much risk.
Absolutely. In that case, anyone outside of your main party and Crawlk?
I feel like everyone else that we know here in the city kind of needs to be there.
It's true.
Yeah, because the smith and the jeweler can keep working on more of those things as we're gone.
Oh yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and...
Since there's nothing else for them to do right now.
Their roll's pretty good. What is that?
Good for them.
40... Do they get enough? That would be...
Oh my god, they're gonna make a second one before we leave?
40... That's so funny.
Are they one off?
They're two
Ah,
off.
2 off. Damn. I have one final question, Dust.
Yeah.
Was I able to do any repairs during this time, or was I too busy with everything else?
You were too busy with everything else.
That's fine.
However, something to note, once the war is done and you have a bit of peace and quiet, there will likely be a moment of downtime where you might be able to repair that.
Like a week or 2 or 3.
Or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7.
However
So we
fucking
need,
long I need, that's how much time. Imagine all the scales we're gonna have, guys. I could make so much scale net.
Oh god.
Wish that we'd had more time to help out Crawlk.
I can't wait to skin the
Yeah.
dragons.
But he's gotten a little bit done. This will have some effect, it just won't be all the way done. That being said,
We got pretty close.
yeah. The morning will come. Oh, please.
God, who's wearing the red dragon armor?
Hemlock.
Hemlock, okay. I just didn't remember who had it.
Yeah, and I have the red dragon cloak.
And you have the cloak for half damage, and I can cast and give myself resistance.
And Mavis has evasion.
And then there's Non,
And
who
then
doesn't
there's
have enough
Non.
points in Rogue to have evasion.
Yeah, Non is
Yes.
Non is nonning.
Non be nonning, but
Not
that's
beefy
okay.
enough.
Yeah.
We still love them.
I'm
Um,
still vibing.
Yeah.
I think we're all set then, Dust.
Wonderful. So, morning will come.
I will take this one completed gem thing they finished before we leave.
Sure, I'll figure out what that is later. Or if
If-
it ends up
if I
coming up
need it.
in the moment, we'll make it up in the moment. All that is to say, you will get on the dragon, who will begin to fly you closer and closer towards the volcano. There is
Wait, I wanted to give the speech.
oh, you're doing that before the
I
negotiations?
thought this was supposed to be your rallying speech right before we went to fight, if necessary.
So, the thing is, if the negotiations go to shit, we gotta go right then. We gotta get back there and then just tell everyone to go right to the battlefield.
It will. I will give you a bit of peace of mind. No matter what, battle's not happening until the next day.
Mm. Okay. Well, if it's not until
Because
the night, yeah.
imagine it, we're not getting back until like late afternoon or that evening.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
And
All right,
dragons
I'll
have the
hold it
advantage
then.
at night, so
I
so
will hold it.
you all will begin to push towards the volcano. Flying overhead, the sky will grow cloudy and then dark as the smoke from the volcano fills the air around you. It becomes a little harder to breathe, and as you approach, a few chromatic dragons will appear. There's a brief moment where they seem hostile, but after a quick explanation, or, you know, they can be talked to, they will usher you inside. When they do, you all will land at a small point. All of you have gone through many means to make sure that you are adaptable to fire. And yet, even as such, it is hot here. And this is a bizarre location that is widely out of touch from everything else you have seen up to this point. There is no snow here. There is large rocky landscapes, obsidian lining certain parts of the walls, lava rising and falling, and chromatic dragons hiding around every corner. Some not hiding, some just on a post watching you. Though none seem to be attacking. And eventually, you can push towards the center of the volcano, where you can hear massive amounts of cheering and draconic cries. And I will take you to my map.
I'm scared.
Dust, I lied. I have one final question.
Yes,
The dragon's tooth was recognized by another ancient dragon.
it was.
Have any of these dragons taken notice that I am carrying it?
That is a good question. I don't think any of these ones are old enough. But I think they recognize that it's a dragon's tooth, and they do look at it curiously.
Any of them?
And I
Well, none of them are like, oh, why does he have that? Because they probably haven't heard the stories around it.
Yeah.
I think Enley is also not wearing their cloak because that's straight up made from Creighton's brother.
Huh, good thing to keep in mind. Where is it?
You can magically hide it.
You can?
I don't
You
really
should
want
be
to
able
try
to.
deceiving a dragon.
He was magically casting on himself to deceive what he looked like.
Yeah, I don't really want to fuck with that with like the dragon that we're trying to convince to stop, this battle.
Oh, that's
I feel like
don't like the text showing up on the map when as he typed in chat. I didn't like that. How do I turn that off?
Oh yeah.
I just saw it too. It startled me. I was like, did this happen the whole time?
How do I
But
turn
guess-
that off? Fucking find that
It's
setting.
new.
Where is he at? Adult Black Dragon. Here he is. Oh, he's gonna be behind you guys. He looks scary. Actually, no. Why? I keep saying that he's an adult. He is young. If I could get him in here, Jesus Christ. Young,
Oh, there's
young,
little
young.
pseudo dragons. That's so silly.
There he is.
Oh, they're so tiny. They're so tiny.
Yeah. I couldn't really, you know, encapsulate the scale of the number of dragons present. There are a lot. Some swimming through the lava, some dragons that you've never really seen before, these like guard drakes. They're really weird and more animalistic, similar to the wyverns over here. Though even the wyverns seem to be collectively in awe of Crixon.
Little pseudo dragons.
Absolutely. And you all can push in. I'm going to move Troll Carl back here. I'm going to move you guys forward a bit, but feel free to move about where you wish. As you all step inside, Crixon will raise his head upwards and breathe fire up, and all of the dragons will immediately fall silent. His giant clawed feet will fall to the ground, and he will take a few mighty steps forward. And he will say,
I see. Gelamen has brought sacrifice, tribute, 6 measly souls, and a pet. Why have you
Who's
come?
the pet?
he looks at, he looks
The
at
tiny black
Sharklex.
dragon is the pet, obviously.
I thought he meant Enly.
It could have been
Nah,
Emily.
Hemlock's
Emily
the
got
pet.
dragon wings.
Nadar also have dragon wings,
This
but
is
they're
true.
I think Enly will, take a small step forward and kind of spread their hands, showing that they're not wielding any weapons. And just say to Crixon, we come to you under the flag of Parley. We hope to enter some negotiations, perhaps.
There will be a pause. A silence will fall over the dragons. Even the lava seems to quiet for a moment. And then there is a boisterous uproar as all of them let out various cries of laughter, pealing out, echoing across the volcano walls. And Crixon, who I should probably name Crixon, you know who it is.
You already know who it is.
Will sort of lean his head forward. I should probably make the scale. There we go. Will lean his head forward, and it will tilt with an awful toothy grin exposed, and he will say,
Parley, you have come seeking peaceful negotiation with me and my people. Do you know who we are, or have you never seen a dragon?
Seen more than you might think.
his frown at the sass, light sass. I think you were just answering his question, but he's perceiving things, always the worst. A huff of smoke from his nostrils, a smile turned frown.
You wish to negotiate. What could you possibly have that would make me not want to take what was mine?
I don't think that there is anything that you would accept in return for what we ask. So, all we ask is for your people to listen to what we have to say.
Okay. We are now going to enter into an official negotiation, which I do straight up have, in terms of mechanics. Crixon will raise an eyebrow and will say,
You come into my lair, my volcano, with my people in my presence, and you will not address me?
You're welcome to remain if you'd like, but something tells me that of every dragon in here, you are the least likely to be swayed.
there is a moment, a beat. The dragons look at each other, and you and Crixon, and he seems confused on how to actually respond to that. On one hand, and I say this because of your passive insight, on one hand, he is clearly upset that you are here with some kind of agenda that is clearly against what he wants, and that you are addressing his people and not him. On the other hand, you're correct. And he knows that you're correct.
And
He
being
respects-
incredibly courteous while doing it.
He respects the gumption.
And he will look around at all the dragons, murmuring to one another. And he will look to you with a twitch of anger. And he will say,
Very well. I will entertain this foolish idea for but a moment. But understand, when even a single one of my people does not agree with what you have said, I will turn you to ash.
I think Enli will look back at the group just to make sure that everyone's on the same page and still okay with this course of action.
Yeah, nod. She's leaving it up to Enli because she's not the charismatic person in this group.
Nadar has not been okay with this course of action since it was discussed originally.
Yeah.
But he's here anyway, and he's just looking at all of the wyverns and young dragons to his side, thinking how many he could take if they rushed him right now.
Hemlock is
He hasn't-
standing
He
there.
hasn't even considered the two adult dragons on the other side of the room.
yeah, there's actually 3.
Yeah, you got 2 here, and then you got the other one over there.
I think Enli is gonna turn back, facing Krigson, but also just kind of, that's because where most of them are. And, Dust, I'm gonna take advantage of something that you said earlier. You said during the preparations for the negotiations that people would have had notes on the order of operations of points to be brought up. I would like you to tell me what that order of operations is, because you said it happened.
Are you referring to, I believe if I remember correctly, this was specifically
Like the
for
points that I was gonna
Grigson.
make.
No,
my-
I see what you're saying. Right. Sorry, I
Yeah.
remember.
Kind of, the would he fight for you? Battle is gonna leave both sides open, vulnerable, things like that.
It was mainly, I think the main thing was that first thing of like, is he going to
Yeah,
fight
that
for
should definitely be
you?
left for last.
Starting with that will just straight up get you killed. I think it's mostly it was less that there was a proper order of operations and that you need to be careful in how you go forward with this. Yeah. Sorry, I don't actually have like
a list of what would be most effective, and even if I did, that would be people that aren't the dragons telling you that. So trusting that 100% wouldn't be a good idea.
Gotcha.
Let me pull up
All
my ancient notes from when Dust told me all about how to get underneath a dragon's skin.
And then you said that there was like an actual
Mechanic
for this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's never
So,
gonna be able to see.
I will explain it very clearly. I was gonna keep it a secret, but you have tapped onto the secret before I could even make it a secret, which is there are actually 2 negotiations going on here at once. One of them is for Krigson, and one of them is for the dragons. The way that this works is very simple. The entity, which could be a group, that you were attempting to negotiate has 2 stats: interest and patience. Both of those scale from 0 to, I think 0 to 5. If you get interest to 5, the negotiation will end, and they will make you a deal. The higher the interest, the better deal that they will make. If their patience drops to 0 at any point, the negotiation will end. And whatever your interest is at is what you will get.
All right.
Something else to keep in mind is that entities that you are trying to negotiate have pitfalls and motivations. Touching on a motivation means that there is no roll required. You will simply get a good result, and their patience and interest will go up. If you hit a pitfall, the opposite will happen. If you mention something that does not align with them, and they do not like to hear, it will be bad.
All right.
Here's where I get
No
to tap
pressure.
into my. Here's where I get to tap into my knowledge, Dust.
Okay. Well,
Remember all that time ago when I asked all about dragon lore and how to properly conduct myself with dragons? I'd like all that information now.
I think I'm gonna put that in your back pocket as a advantage when the time comes. I'm not explaining that to you in its entirety.
That's fine. So we have advantage whenever we make those rolls, basically, because we know what to be to be looking for and what to be avoiding.
If you can hit the right topic, yes, and it will be very easy to hit the right topic.
I do know 2 of them. So
the good news is that negotiations have room for everyone to say something at some point or another. So we'll get to that. I think, however, Enley, with you taking the lead, I will write up their interest and patience while you start. Say what you'd like to say. I will ask you to roll something after the fact, and then we will see where it goes from there.
All right. I think Enley is gonna kind of scan the room, kind of try to make just brief eye contact with any dragon that will make it back. You know, Drakes and Wyvern included. And is gonna just say, I am called Enley Greymuse, and I am a Sorry, 1 second.
You're good.
I'm Enley Greymuse, and I am a child of the Mother. I came to this land not too long ago, especially by your standards, and I've learned many things since coming here. I've seen great good and great evil, and what I've learned in that is that those doing evil very rarely wish to be doing evil. And in that, I've had some time to reflect on myself. I won't bore you with all the details. But something I do want each of you to consider is that perhaps for all of your lives, or most of them, you've been told that the way that the Mother created you, all of you chromatic dragons, has been for the purpose of destruction and domination. While that may be some of your greatest strengths, I think that there are ways to go about it that don't result in the death of an entire city. I'm not asking you to care about people that you've never met. I know that that's hard for even us to do sometimes. But at the end of the day, I'm so sorry, I lost my place.
You're good.
You know, at the end of the day, dedication to the mother, dedication to what you each want most, whether it's personal or on a larger scale, can take many forms. I also want you to consider that coming into open battle against the people of Gelliman, it leaves you exposed, just as it will leave us exposed. No matter how well this battle goes for either side, there will be casualties, there will be great harm, those left injured or dead. And what that tells me is that when either side is weakened, either side is vulnerable to outside forces. There are other groups of dragons, there are other single dragons that might see your group or ours in a weakened state and want to take advantage of that for their own gain. And likewise, there could be stronger adventurers that hear of the decimation of Gelliman and choose to come and try to take revenge. I want you to consider that if that does happen, and it very well could, that more people will die. Ours or yours or both.
Alright. There are 2 points there, so we're going to take it one at a time. Starting with the mother, I'd like to give me a persuasion check. With a 20. I'm going to put this in here now. This is their initial stats. As you can tell, Crixon is not
Not a patient individual.
a very patient individual. With a 20, I will put that up by 1. I will put that up by 1. I will put that down by 1. With a 20, you will see that Crixon will say,
The mother has been asleep for aeons. It is clear that her care for us has dwindled. Why should we care how we use the gifts she gave us? They are ours and ours alone.
and while it seems like the dragons agree with him, there is a hesitation. You think that, at least in terms of everyone else, that they're not exactly, what's it called? They don't exactly fully agree with him. However, their patience will still drop by 1, even though their interest will go up. Next comes the second thing. All sides will lose. It's a war. That's how wars work. Intimidation. Oh. Alright.
About as good as I can get.
Just about. I mean, you can get better. You still have your God's favorite princess if you wanted to use it, but...
I'll save it for a lower roll.
Okay. With a 24, I am going to do this. Does that... Would that hit with their thing? I don't think so. I will keep that there. Yes, I think this is fair. Their patience will go down again. However, Crixon's will not. His interest will go up by a little bit, and the dragon's interest will also go up at the mention of all sides will lose something. Crixon will say,
War is a great and terrible thing. all will die at some point, but we will prosper. We will win. All of my people are prepared for that sacrifice. Your interest in their safety is noted, but unneeded.
I believe we could say the same of our people. They are equally as prepared. They're equally willing to die if it comes to that.
Oh, you believe your city of seafaring miscreants can handle me? I have been sending but crumbs at their doorstep, waiting to pick them off one by one, and in that sense I have underestimated them. But know this, there is no underestimation tomorrow. I will burn that place to the ground and create a hot spring out of their shores.
That's a great thing, Dust. I love that. That's a great line.
That's a pretty good line.
I love that.
That was a pretty good line.
That was great.
Thank you.
I know it's threatening us, but that's still a pretty good line.
That being said, I'm not gonna have you roll for that. That's just fun little role play.
Well, tit for tat.
Yeah. Anything else from anyone? It could still be Enley if no one else has anything, but I'll move around to see if anyone else wanted to say something.
I'm good.
No, I'm shitting myself. I can't. I'm not charismatic.
Okay, I know that will make them upset. I'm assuming the opposite would make them happy. But not in the case of Krigson. How do I appeal to anti-rage? You really can't. The blue dragons, I can just call them smart and they'll fucking love me. But
that is true.
Like, outside of RP, run a thought by y'all that I did have. One of the arguments that I was gonna possibly bring up is, dragons love to have their ego stroked. How is anyone gonna
would.
Yeah,
Red Dragon
so
would
here's the thing.
absolutely love to have his ego stroked.
Yeah, so here's the thing. How is anyone gonna bound scrape if they're all dead? I was thinking that could be something that I could bring up.
And then the blue dragons, you don't want to insult their intelligence, but you do want to make them seem like the smartest people in the room.
Yeah. I'll give
But
you...
by doing that directly, you will insult Krigson.
Yeah. I will give you a vague direction here. Understanding the dichotomy of what's happening, because as Enley finishes what they're saying, it becomes very, very clear that the dragons and Krigson, while are, in loyalty to one another, are not on the same page.
Yeah, they want different things.
And because of that, you have to balance the two. Krigson is the most powerful thing here. If he says so, you will die. Meaning, if his patience drops, it's done. Everything's done.
Negotiations are over at that point.
So, if you can balance him a little bit, maybe get him a little bit more patient, that's always a good thing. However, if you feel like you're ready at any point, you can lay into the other dragons and then leave.
Basically, that option is get their interest to 5 and Crawlk gets us the fuck out.
Yeah.
I do have something to offer, in which it was mentioned by Krigson, that her powers are only for us, and you suck also.
Yeah,
Clearly
the fact that
not.
she is giving out boons still.
Yeah, we all have powers.
That
She has
will-
answers to us.
That will
She
give
does care
interest
about
to
her
the
children.
other dragons and will likely just piss off Krigson. Because we're going
Yeah,
against
but-
what he said.
It's
Yeah,
a good
I-
argument against him because it's correct.
Mm-hmm.
I think what we need to maybe do is I think we need to do something to get Crickson's patience up just one
Yeah,
before we pull
stroke
something like that out.
stroke his ego a little bit, and then
All right, I will do a little bit of ego stroking. I think that's probably the direction to go. I'll do some. I'll throw in a little bit of logic in there too for the dragons who like logic.
Absolutely.
yeah, there are 3 blue dragons in this room. So
Mhm. All right. Yeah, I think Enli is also going to kind of circle back to a point about the mother later when there's a little bit more patience in the room. And I think the tone coming from Enli is not going to be like overt, like ego stroking, but subtle, trying to be subtle. And just say, dragons are very mighty beasts, and in Ulvunter there are no beings stronger. That is widely known, and it is true. And oh, I lost the point I was gonna make. Hold it for a sec. It's on me for not writing down thoughts when they come into my head. Dragons are very strong, and okay, I know where I was going with it. Okay. But the only more powerful motivator than fear is respect. What if you had the respect of the humans rather than their fear? You might be able to reap a lot more benefits if you leave them alive and in respect of you than dead. The dead cannot fear anyone.
Okay. This is very logical, very risky. I will happily ask for a persuasion check. I will say if you want this to at least work a little bit, you need at least a 20.
Okay. I think also, like as Enli was kind of being like, dragons are very mighty, don't you want to be respected? I think Enli is also very directly gesturing towards Krigson, just for good measure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, persuasion. And I will add God's Favor Princess.
Alrighty. 23. Alright. Let me type up their new... Okay, I think I know what I'll do here, which is kind of funny. These guys will stay the same. He will say... I think this is gonna be a little silly. Respect. You speak words of wisdom, words of intelligence, strategy, planning. While many could respect that, I am not one of those many. I do not need the respect of the fleas on the bottom of my heel when I have my people at my side, when I had my son by my side. However, your recognition of your place in this world, that is respected. Your flattery earns you time, little one. And I will update these. Was it his son? Was it his brother? I'm stupid. It was fully his brother. Imagine I said brother. Imagine I said brother.
No, we got that family bush.
No.
Family wreath.
Family Reed.
It is his brother. My bad. He said brother.
We remember the lore better than dust. Next time.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, we get to see the family wreath.
And I think at the very end of that, I get to make a little reveal.
Don't murder us.
Where is he at? Really? Is he buried? I gotta find him. One moment.
Damn, who are you finding? Is it his dead ass brother?
It's his dead ass brother. No.
With his wings chopped to shit.
With his wings chopped to shit and his scales missing?
I gotta find him.
I'm starting to think that drinking a cocktail before the game might not have been the greatest idea. For my diplomacy.
Can I have some? Can I have some?
Having a sex on the beach.
Oh,
Huh?
Oh, can you see that? Can you see that at the top? Record added.
No.
Oh, thank
No.
God. I was like, I'm not a fan of that. That you can just see that.
Nah, that's you guys. That's you. Don't worry.
There they are.
What records you add?
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Hey.
There we go. Let me unidentified. Sorry, I should have definitely had this prepared earlier. But I have it prepared now. You will see, as he finishes talking about the people, his tail will shift and move out of the way, beginning to reveal something, as he says, "Besides, I do not need any more fleas. I have found a kin, one of your ilk, who has sworn allegiancy to me." And you will see a red dragonborn that none of you recognize.
No!
So
Damn,
Lizzie's
none
mic
of us
was muted.
recognize.
Lizzie's mic was muted, but I absolutely heard them through the wall.
I heard a noise through your mic. It's like, oh, I think that was Lizzie.
I don't believe Nadar. You never saw him.
I don't know what
But-
he looks like. I just handed the letter to Hemlock immediately.
Yeah. But you will see a dragonborn that almost none of you recognize. Who,
As far as
will-
I know, he's dead in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah. Who will look at all of you, and one moment. Oh boy! He very clearly makes eye contact with Hemlock for a very, prolonged period of time before looking away.
insight check? What does that mean?
I want the insight check.
You can
Yeah,
insight
all
check.
insight check.
Yeah, all of you can
I'm
insight
the only
except
person that would have an
for-
idea.
Yeah, except for... No, I mean, hey, he rolled a nat 1.
With that
Yeah,
really
well-
long look.
Yeah. All of you
I
can
mean,
insight
it's
check
another
except
dragonborn looking at a
for-
dragonborn.
Yeah, all of you can insight except for Hemlock.
Oh,
But it's
Except
okay.
for Hemlock.
The only reason why you aren't is because I'm just going to tell you what it is, which is
okay.
Nadar's too busy looking at these fucking dragons on his side here.
he did not expect that you would be here, and he recognizes you. Now, for Enley and Mavis, I think both of you clock that there is a... Actually, I will, Nadar, give you advantage. You did read the journal.
Okay, cool.
Enley and Mavis and... Man, you're thinking about other things. Enley and Mavis...
I'm looking at all these fucking dragons like, these motherfuckers.
will be able to clock not necessarily outright that this is his brother, but Hemlock and this dragonborn have met each other before, and they are aware of each other.
They are aware of each other, guys.
Nadar's just over here eyeballing dragons. Like, how many motherfuckers could I get in my cone right now? Just one? Shit.
Let me... Thank you, Lizzie. I will actually name him now. But yeah, that's what
Yeah,
he
you can-
says.
You can tell they're related.
How?
Ow.
The look on his face. That's Hemlock's
my
brother right
Stinky
there.
art style all over it.
I just mean the turned
Second-
up his fucking teeth just showing while he side eyes everything.
The second that guy opens his mouth, we're gonna be like, yeah, that thing's related to Hemlock.
That thing is related to Hemlock.
That thing. That freak.
um.
We're like,
fucking
whoa, a
thing's related to
non-malnourished
Hemlock.
looking dragonborn that knows Hemlock.
Okay.
But he
Okay.
will, Crixon, after revealing that, will look to you again and say,
Continue. My patience wears thin with this game.
he's at 2.
All right,
by the way.
y'all. Yeah, so we got like 2 more chances unless we really fumble.
And then the other
Alright.
dragon's interest is at 3.
Yeah, I'd like to get it to at least 4.
Yeah, we might be able to convince.
I know
the
that bringing
majority
up
of
the
them.
mother will probably lower all of their patience, but will probably raise the other dragon's interest. I think it'd be a good time to mention, you know, the fact that, yeah, we do have boons from the mother, and also that, like, you know, like, that we are aware that the mother is slumbering, but roll credits. But also,
We are aware the mother is slumbering. Roll credits.
yeah, but also, you know, like, when we were at the last shrine, that, you know, she does intend to reawaken, that, or at least that she had hoped for it, and, you know, might be a little bit unsure if it'll actually happen, but it is certainly an intention that she at least at one point had, you know? She hasn't abandoned the dragons, it's just that she's not here right now. Is that a point we want to make, y'all?
I believe that's a yes
Lizzie.
from Lizzie.
Nadar's going to try to look at Troll Carl and try to get him to message Nadar so he can ask him something.
You can see that he's actively working on concentrating on a teleportation spell. And he will look at you.
Cantrip.
He'll look at you. And he will close his eyes, and without casting message, will just talk into your head.
Fuck. What the hell?
And
He's
we'll
learned
say,
he's learned a trick or two from Isla.
and we'll say,
What is it, Nadar?
I'm very unsure on how this will go. It's concerning that there's a dragonborn here. I don't know what's going on. Have you heard anything?
Of the Dragonborn?
Yes.
gonna roll insight for my buddy. He's very smart, but not very wise. He'll.
I'm trying to hoping he's heard something about this guy being here, seeing how he's
I
here
mean,
so
he was
much.
quite. Yeah, Hemlock's brother rolled a nat 1. A 10 might do it.
I think he'll look at the Dragonborn and narrow his eyes and say,
Many come here, especially Dragonborn, to learn of their heritage, the great past of the world. I can only assume that is why he is here, but his expression reads something more personal than that.
Would that be enough for Nadar to put 2 and 2 together at this point?
I
Personal connection.
I think to an extent. I think Nadar has read the thing. He knows that Hemlock's
fully
brother
read the
was
letter.
in Okrithel.
But he knows nothing past that point.
Yeah. So I don't think it's an immediate aha moment, but I think you have the
But there is
beginnings of
a
reasons.
recognition of, okay, there is a connection there.
Yes,
somehow.
absolutely. Yes.
Okay. If we need to leave Troll Carl, are you going to be able to grab him as well, or do you need me to bring him closer?
Troll Carl will think on that for a moment. I need to look at the spell teleportation. 1 moment. You might actually use a different spell.
I mean, I can get him next to us if necessary.
This is true. 8 willing creatures. 8 willing. Okay. He will say,
If you can get him within 10 feet of me, I can take him with us, but that is incredibly dangerous.
If there's some sort of connection there, I don't believe he'd want to stay here. We can do it relatively quickly, if it comes to it.
Very well. I will prepare for 7 people then.
It'd be 8 people, Dust.
yeah, with him it would be 8. That's true. That's the maximum that you can do with teleport.
And I will prepare to cast Vortex Warp if necessary.
Okay.
Dust, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
It's kind of just me wanting a quick refresher, but the Shatterclex or Shaddyclex, whichever freaking one is with us.
Yeah.
You know, like, other than just being, you know, the ancient black dragon's son, like, did he ever really kind of go into detail about, you know, like, why he chooses to, like, fight for our side?
It was mostly in line with his father. Of every dragon has a horde, and his father's horde is people. And because of that connection and the fact that this dragon, I believe the younger one is Shadorclex, because Shatterclex is very, very young, he actually just straight up likes them. He has grown up around them. He's really good friends and basically war partners with Visca. He was raised in this environment. That's pretty much it. He's been raised to like humanoids.
Okay. Because I have an idea of what I want to say next, but like I was kind of wondering if Enlil could kind of tap Shatterclex in and be like, you know, like if it might be of interest to the other dragons to hear why, you know, another chromatic dragon has allied himself with you know, the humanoids.
I don't think that would appeal to any of the others.
It might. I mean, their interests are fairly different.
I don't know what white dragons are interested in.
They're very insecure.
That makes sense.
White dragons are considered the weakest. So
And they know it. Got it.
And they know it. Complimenting them in, I think, literally any way whatsoever, will get them to entertain you a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. And then
you guys have also killed an adult white dragon already.
Yeah, and I kept shit talking him. That's why he kept fighting me.
Yeah.
And the green. What do I know about green dragons, Dust? How do I appeal to them? They're the only one I don't know in this room now.
I want to say green dragons, and I don't know if this is 100% fact. I'm doing this kind of based off the top of my head. Green dragons are a bit more. They're kind of like the rogues of dragons, if that makes sense. They're a bit slimier. They're a bit more conniving. Not exactly intelligent per se, but
No, actually, they're pretty intelligent. I'm looking at their intelligence right now, and they have their equivalent to that of the blue dragons. They are, I think they're very similar to the blue dragons, but in less of a scholarly way and much more in a roguish way.
I'm as smart as dragons, y'all.
I'm as smart as dragons, y'all. You're as smart as Crixon.
I'm Mary Poppins. I'm
Alright,
as smart as Crixon. Let's go.
Yeah.
Do we want to go with that kind of train of thought that we were mentioning about the mother next, or do we want to pivot to something else?
I think you could bring it up, and it's probably going to piss off Crixon, but it will show some interest in the other dragons.
I don't think it's necessarily a pitfall for Crixon, but it will certainly lose us. Was it?
You've already brought it up, so it can't be a pitfall.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think we'll probably lose the patience from either end, but we'll probably gain some interest from the other dragons, which are who I'm way more focused on winning over.
Let's say if we can convince most, if not all, of the other dragons to abandon him, it's going to be much easier to fight Crixon.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna roll with that then. If anyone wants to throw in their 2 cents as I'm talking, feel free. Including feeling free to cut me off, because I've been yapping all session.
I continue to yap. You're the only one good at it.
Yeah. Well, you know, a little help action wouldn't hurt.
True.
Yeah, I got you. If it involves persuasion.
You can use your action to like to put in your 2 cents and help.
All right. I think
Nadar just splutters on his wings.
Enli is going to, you know, like after, you know, the dust kind of settles with, you know, the reveal of this red dragonborn. I think circling back is just going to say, you mentioned before that the mother slumbers. Roll credits. And indeed she does. But she is also still quite aware. All of us here have had interactions with her through the boons that she's granted us, and even have come to understand some of her motivation. She does not wish to abandon you all. She does not wish to abandon this land and let her, not reputation, what's the word? Her influence. She does not want her influence to fade from this land. She does slumber, but she does intend to return. And in her return, perhaps there could be boons for those who serve her as well.
This is interesting. I have a question for you, to clarify, because it might change what you roll. Where did Enli get the idea that she is returning? And I
don't think that Enli has the idea that she is actively returning, but more so that she's not ready to fade.
Okay.
And I think that comes from, you know, like, in not wanting to fade, it can kind of be assumed that she probably wants to return.
Okay.
Because she still cares what happens to Isla. She still cares what happens to us to a certain extent. You know, like, at certain points in the shrine, you know, and during prayer, you know, when it was mentioned, you know, that dragons will die, that even the clockwork dragon could have died at our hands, that she didn't want that to happen, that she doesn't want all of this pain and destruction and killing and death. So she still has influence, and she does not want that to go away.
Okay. In that case, you can make me a persuasion check. Another one to convince them even further.
Does anyone want to throw in 2 cents for a help action? please.
It can't be Hemlock. Someone else has to do this.
Mavis?
I don't know if I have anything I can help out with, any skills.
This isn't skill-wise. This is just talking.
I suppose
I want to help, but I don't know what to say.
Nadar would take the time to show off the boons that he has received.
Okay. I think that that is fair.
So the fact that his jaw, while both he and Hemlock are both Dragonborns, his is much more silver dragon-like. It's much shinier, and there's the almost constant cold fog dripping from his mouth.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, the wings that he has gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Enlil would probably, flare their wings a little bit as well.
All right. Make me a persuasion with advantage then, Henley. I will grant you that.
Yippee. Come on, come on.
Oh, you're all
Okay, that's pretty good.
Let's make that a 26, Dust.
Good. I was looking for a 25. So this
I was gonna say, that's kind of a tough point to make.
Let me... How do I want to shift their interest and patience a little bit? I'll put that there. And I think he's getting very close to something. It's going to be very interesting because the way that the stats are is not exactly representative of how Crixon specifically is actually acting. Crixon, after you're done explaining this, will look around the room as the dragons begin to kind of murmur to one another, and just begin to speak a little bit in secret about what you guys are talking about. You're doing a decently good job, and Crixon will slam his claws on the ground, and will say...
He has a paw.
Paw. And will move his face toward all of you and say, "You insolent little bugs, you come in here and you flaunt the power that rightfully belongs to us. The mother is gone. The mother has left us. She left me. She left my brother. And you have taken the vestiges of power that do not belong to you." And the dragons are quiet, but they're looking to Crixon with looks of not loyalty necessarily, and more slight frustration.
I think Enlil is gonna respond and just say, "How can a mortal steal from a god?
He will...
If we are bugs, if we are just bugs, how could we possibly influence the mother to give us what belongs to you, if it was not her will?"
There's a brief pause.
Tell him.
He will look at you, Enlil, specifically. "I know your kind. Trickster. You twist the words of others, the minds, to get what you want. If the mother was so weak as to step away from her own children, I can only imagine the strength you would have over convincing her of such heresy."
I think Enlil at this point is gonna take a small step forward, not in challenge, but to kind of separate themselves from the group, and is gonna speak very plainly and openly and honestly, with every shred of just pure truth that they can muster. And they're going to say, I did not ask to come here. I did not want to come here. I spent weeks doing everything in my power to leave here. Why would I, a being from another realm, possibly care about gaining influence over a deity from a realm that is not my own? I don't do this to dangle something over your heads. I don't do it to dangle something over the head of the mother. I came here against my will. And even so, with the influence of the mother still all around us, even if some might be blind to it, I have been changed, and I would wager that it's for the better. I did not ask for these boons, but I will be grateful enough to accept them. I did not ask to be part of this war, and yet I will still stand. Not because I think that doing so is going to gain me any sense of glory. It might, but that's not my motivation. I'm doing it because part of me knows it is right. I cannot lie to myself in this way, and I will not lie to you in this way.
There is another bout of silence, some murmurs, and he will say,
You know, your relations with the mother, true or not, are admirable. But her name holds no sympathy or kindness when falling upon my ears. If you are so knowledgeable on her, if you are so knowing of her will, why then? Why did she let my brother die to the hands of some would-be humanoids, to lesser beings?
You said it yourself before. All beings must die. Whether that's sooner or later, well, that's not up to those who find their fate. You equated humanoids to fleas before. I think that is a very good point. We are small. Perhaps the things we do to stand against you might not harm you very much. But even fleas can kill the beasts that they feed on.
Enley, I want you to roll me a deception check.
What did I lie about? What did I lie about?
You are not lying about anything specific. However, whether or not, what's it called? It was meant in this way, even if you did not kill his brother, the words you are speaking could be interpreted as such. And so I want you to roll deception to hide that fact, if it is a fact you would want to hide.
Yeah, I think that would just immediately get us fucking murked.
It would.
All right.
Something to keep in mind, because you guys are definitely reaching an end point in the negotiation. It would definitely get Krigson to kill you. Outwardly saying to every dragon in the room that you killed the most powerful dragon's brother is a great show of power. So it really just depends on...
Well, if you fail the roll, you just fucking admit to it. That's what we're doing here.
True.
Yes.
True.
Well, I mean, we're gonna play that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if we lose Krigson's patience on this,
No. I already have a plan. I
'Cause I
remember
was
what
gonna-
happened to that session. It was Nadar that got the final hit. Nadar
I was
will
gonna-
claim responsibility for this shit if necessary.
I was gonna say we can use Crixon's words against him. He said that his brother was killed by insignificant would-be humanoids, and be like,
Yeah, let's
so that's
just
all
see
it
how you
takes?
roll first. See how you roll first.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like you could just be like, so that's all it takes to kill you, this mighty ancient red dragon's
I got my plan. Don't
beloved
worry.
brother. I'm just saying that's a good line.
Oh yeah. Well, we will see.
All right,
Roll me a
deception.
deception.
Come on, 25.
25 is good.
Fucking rolls are so fucking high, dude.
A 25 is very good.
This is what I'm built for.
Oh yeah, and Enli is built for these things. I am going to roll for.
I mean, you and Non.
What Enli has
just-
done for their entire life. They were literally the negotiator for the mercenary band.
Between you rolling high on fucking anything that has to do with speak and Non just sniping shit out of the air.
Yeah, we'll do this. His brother.
Ooh.
Okay. 17. Crixon will look at you as you speak and will raise an eyebrow, and I think you can tell what he's trying to glean from you, from what you're saying. And he does not, he's not able to break through and understand the gravity of who you are and what you all have done. But he will raise his head up and he will say, "Everything must die eventually. But you insult my brother's legacy." Be a pause. Everyone looks around for a moment. Very well. He'll look around to all the dragons, and he'll look to you, and they're all looking to each other. There's a mass amount of confusion that's going on. And he will say, "Do you have any final testament?"
And we get the final vibe check before I say anything else. The from what I just said about the fleas and shit.
I believe it's... Oh yeah, you did roll deception. That was to keep his patience from not immediately dipping into 0. Mostly touched on... I'm trying to decide... No, I think this is where we're at.
Fair enough.
I'll add this, Dust.
Yeah.
The blue dragons are pretty smart. Could they have understood what Enli was saying there?
In theory, they could if they were individuals in this moment. However, this is under the pretense of dragons that are loyal to this one.
Mm-hmm.
So they aren't going to step out of line. Even if they do understand, they would not comment on it.
So the blue dragons are probably a little aware, like, oh, did they? They might have.
Yeah, perhaps.
I think Enli is going to slowly back up towards the group a little bit, so that way, we're close enough for the teleport. Do we drop that bombshell?
Sorry, just
Do you
I think
look
it
at
would be so
Nadar
interesting.
after that point? Do you just look at Nadar?
I think Enli is going to speak telepathically to Nadar, because they are within 10 feet of each other.
I fucking hate that shit.
Oh right, you have the mushroom gloves.
Yeah, he can just
Mushroom
talk
gloves.
to me in my fucking head.
Yeah, I think Enli is going to say to Nadar, and I think Enli is going to kind of like leave it open for anyone to hear, because I think they're all pretty much close enough except for
Yep.
Hemlock.
If you are within 10 feet of Troll Carl, so you are technically. I mean, Hemlock can just. I'll just keep him
Yeah,
in.
I think Enli is just gonna direct this at Nadar, but kind of let anyone who's nearby listen in, and just say, we could win some of them if we tell them that we were strong enough to defeat his brother. But I'll leave that to you, since you were the one to deal the final blow.
Nadar will take a breath and look at Enlil, and he'll look back towards Troll Carl and make sure that he's ready before he says anything.
He begins
Yeah,
to
and
speed
Enlil
up his
puts-
casting, but he seems like he's ready.
Yeah. Enlil,
Alright.
like, kind of puts a hand on the cloak, and, like, if Nadar says that, Enlil's gonna hold up the dragon skin cloak.
Enlil's gonna whip it out. Yeah, Nadar's standing perfectly. His bag of holding's right next to Enlil, and that's where the cloak's tucked into. So Enlil could just reach in and grab it if he needed.
Good
Nadar will
lord.
take a step forward and look up at Krigson. While it is a terrible thing that happened to your brother, of course, there... I've never been one for words, as my compatriots would say. Gregson,
He will look
your
to you.
brother was a weak dragon who died to mere humans and me.
Oh,
Enlil's gonna whip out the cloak and throw it on, hood up.
There will be a moment.
And as soon as Frickson's taking that in, Nadar is immediately ready to cast Vortex Warp and grab the Dragonborn.
Okay. I would like us to roll initiative.
Hold on, Enlil has one more thing to say.
Absolutely.
Enlil's just gonna say,
I thought he already got grilled about his dead
Yeah.
brother.
Enlil's just going to say, it is a shame, of course,
What?
but we were just doing what needed to be done. And in the end, we were stronger.
Maybe
That's
just
not
like,
what I
oh
meant to roll,
man.
Thank you.
Oh, good.
Guys,
Was
I
it
rolled.
Oh.
Oh my god, Ellie, we're tweeting.
It's
We're
it's fine because me and Trokar both had prepared actions.
Yes. Your things will just straight up happen.
Also, I'm alert, so I'd be able to act before him anyway.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and grab something super quickly. I feel like this is a pretty accurate song to toss in here.
So
Gonna-
what made it even better is I said that line, the song hit the loop, so it stopped.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it did.
Very good. I like that.
I was like, holy fuck. Dust was ready, and then it
Finding
started like, it was
11
like,
out of
it was
10.
not Dust.
There we
That
are.
was just the song hitting the loop again. Absolutely perfect timing on my end. I couldn't have done it better if I tried.
There we go. I like this song. All right. In a moment, you will watch as Crixon processes this information, and there's a moment where you see there is a silent rage building up within him, and he tries everything in his power to keep it within, and while you cannot see his eyes clearly, we, as the audience, basically watch as a vessel pops and hell begins to break loose. And immediately he is going to lower his head to the ground and open his mouth, and fire will begin to boil out, but actions were prepared. The one that's incredibly important is yours, Nadar.
I suppose he's not willing at this point, so...
He knows who Hemlock is. He wants to be with, he obviously wants to be around Hemlock
he is going to look around and see Crixon doing his thing, and then see magic begin to explode over near you, and time begins to slow down for a moment. And Hemlock, with a natural 20 on initiative,
Eating me out.
He's going to look at you. And you can't hear him. He's too far away. He doesn't say anything. What do you convey to him in this moment?
Fear.
Say it one more time.
Fear.
Fear?
Yeah.
Fear at
That
what?
Perhaps Crixon wants, if he is aware of anything. I don't know if he is, or just thinks that he's just a random dragonborn, that he might want to go an eye for an eye. The kind of fear that's urgency, like, you know, I can't save you, so you have to save yourself, you know?
Okay. I think...
Something happened now.
Yeah. Hemlock, I'd like you to roll me an insight check.
Ugh! Oh man, it's gonna be something that's gonna make me real sad, I know that. Ah. Man. Man. Okay. Oh, cool, it didn't...
Yeah, it didn't
It didn't take that roll. Awesome. Alright, well...
18. You think about that. Your brother is a very trusting person. Always described as kinder than you. Oftentimes to a fault. The dragon is processing a lot of things. Crixon is smart. Smarter than most dragons. As fire begins to pour out of his mouth, his foot, his hind, is raising to crush your brother. You think your assumption, eye for an eye, is exactly correct. Because he knows exactly who you are. However, in that brief moment of slow time, that conveyance of urgency, I can't save you, you need to save yourself. Amaryllis will take a single step forward, and that is more than willing Nadar. As the magic wraps around him, I believe he's within. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. It's 90 feet. I can hit anything in this room.
He is immediately, space wraps around him as he teleports right here.
That's exactly where I was going to say to put him, because Nadar puts himself specifically between the party as much as he can to try to head off as much as he can, just in case it doesn't work.
Absolutely. And as Crixon's foot connects with the ground, Troll Carl's magic begins to wrap around all of you. And as you begin to fade away, Enli, you will notice something that no one else will notice, because this is why you are here. The rest of the dragons in the room, they are not springing into action. They are not coming after you immediately. Most of them are confused. Some of them are not. None of them are helping Crixon.
Yeah! Listen, Nadar was pretty clear with what he said.
Can I take that as an interest 5?
Yes, you can. Obviously for the dragons and not for Crixon.
Yeah. Crixon has an interest 5 in killing us immediately.
Yeah, that's what his interest is.
Yeah.
Probably killing Nadar specifically at that point.
Oh, he wants you all dead. Oh, he wants you. He wants.
Nadar's the one that openly said, "I am the one that killed your brother."
Oh yeah,
and then I'm wearing
put
his
on the
fucking
cloak.
skin.
Yeah. And as
there's
fire,
probably a scar on that cloak that he recognizes.
Oh yeah.
as fire expels out from Crixon's maw. I'm not going to roll damage because there's no point, but all of you will get ever so slightly burned as Trollkarl's magic takes hold of you and you are teleported away.
So there's a pop, and then there's 8 other pops as we all disappear.
And so that means we get to do something funny. It doesn't have.
I don't know how funny a D100 is, Dust.
Very familiar.
But to say he's pretty familiar with the location. We've been there a few times.
But, yeah, that's true. It's been there a few times. Very familiar.
I'm there for a whole week.
Yeah.
It's true. He has been there like a week now.
He falls in that. So, yeah. You guys will immediately be teleported.
Successful, yeah.
Yeah, it was a successful yeah. You guys will immediately be teleported, I will say, because he's thinking about this strategically, to the stronghold. All of you are, I say all of you, some of you are immune to fire or resistant to it. You can even pop and absorb elements if you want. Just for the flavor of it. You're gonna get a long rest. So
Nadar would just take it.
Yeah. All of you are burnt.
Well, Nadar's not thinking about it.
Yeah. All of you are burnt in some capacity, whether the armor is or you. And you just...
Oh, did he blast us?
Oh, he blasted you
That's
as he
the full
teleported.
hit damage we take.
No.
No, that was for the teleport.
That was
Yeah,
for
we're
the
not
teleport
taking like
circle.
real mechanical damage right now. We're
Yeah,
just
because you
kind
guys are
of
gonna long
singed.
rest before you do anything else, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say that's my entire HP.
Mm-hmm.
Henley is so used to being fucking set on fire that they
It's
just kind of
sad.
like pat a little bit, like a flame off their chest, kind of like look at a new burn scar and just go, yeah, about 55% now. Just like mentally, like trying to calculate how much of their body has been burned.
Mhm. You all will appear in the stronghold. Dodrake is nearby. There will immediately be, questions asked. But while all of this
Questions
is
asked,
happening...
questions answered.
Yeah. While all this is happening, while explanations are shared, while people are recuperating and doing their own thing, Hemlock, your brother, for the first time, stands directly in front of you. And every other noise, every other sight around you falls away.
Oh man. I'm evil. He
You bite him. You're evil.
Yeah, I bite him, I kill him, I turn him into a coat. Yeah.
Pardon.
Oh, you
No.
now have fire resistance. Congratulations.
Yippee! Hemlock, I think, sort of not believing that everything just happened the way it was, because if anything was to go wrong, it would be this. Kind of stands there for a second, just in awe of everything before, almost pouncing on him to give him a hug.
And in that exact moment, he will open his arms and hold you closer than you've ever been held before. And on a final moment, perhaps a touch of hope before a terrible war is about to break out, we will end the session there.
Evil to me?
Yeah, indeed. So, next session, we will fight
We go to war.
against Krigson.
Hooray!
Hooray! Hooray!
Hooray!
Hooray!
Hooray! Chat, that went so much better than I thought it would.
You did really well.
Hey,
You did
yeah.
really, really well.
I thought we were dead.
You didn't roll lower than a 20.
The entire time.
And the one time I did, I was God's favorite princess.
Yep. Gotta love eloquence bards.
Yeah, if there's negotiations to be had, they're gonna get done.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we completed everything that was on our list except for Troll Carl.
It's true.
Yeah, I think we're about as best set up as possible as we could be right now.
I'd be happy with one more gem, but well, we'll make use of the one that we have.
Mhm.
Whatever it does.
Yeah, I'll be deciding that later.
Well, same vague idea as the other ones, but it might not be one-time use. It might have charges. It might break if we use all the charges. I don't know.
I loved getting an email in the middle of the session, by the way, being like, Hunter rejected suggestion,
Oh, it's
rejected
'cause-
ad
yes, 'cause I-
space.
Because I was looking at it, I pressed my spacebar back there, I was like, shit, delete.
So funny. Well, we will come back next week and do some scary, scary fighting.